welcome to my channel. I wanted to take a couple days and film a couple days in my life. As you can already hear in the background, I have a little one who's currently at my feet right now. So I wanted to take a couple days as we have quite the to-do list this week and we are prepping for a trip to go see some family in Florida. So I wanted to bring you along to kind of share what my week kind of looks like with juggling an Etsy shop and motherhood, and also planning for travel. There's a lot to do, a lot of prep work going in, and so I wanted to kind of share that. We have on the Etsy front, right now I have 12 orders. What's up, Papa? What would you like? Did you want this? No? Do you want a ball? Os bubbles está fora. And they're all gone. Acabou. Yeah, the bubbles are gone. Do you want to play with the book? Quer livro? No? No livro? Do you want to sit here? Quer sentar? Okay. Okay, as you can tell, I have already been interrupted, but on the Etsy front, I wanted to go ahead and kind of share what I need to do and accomplish for this week. I'm looking down here at my calendar and everything that I have, and so right now for Etsy, I have currently in my queue 12 orders. That can very much change. So for today, I would like to prep and ship out at least 5 if possible. We also have a typical housework, prepping, cleaning. We are headed out of town, as I mentioned before, and I always love this to, as best as possible, have a clean house before we leave, so when I come back home it's so much easier just to decompress when you're coming back. And then it also packing, and so we are packing. I ordered some activities that I will share with you that we're going to be using on our flight to Florida. We have quite the wiggly lap child. He is still a lap child for a couple more months, and so I like to keep him busy as much as possible. If he's not napping, he shouldn't sleep on the plane, so I need to make sure that we have plenty snacks, plenty activities, and I will share with you what we are going to be using for our trip once they arrive. And so that's kind of like the itinerary for everything. So far this morning, we've woken up, we've gotten ready, and I also announced on my Etsy shop a Mother's Day giveaway. This video is not going to, the giveaway will be over by the time that this video goes live, but I do plan on another giveaway. So if you're interested in my Etsy shop, feel free to follow down. I'll link both my personal and Etsy shop links below. And I'm really excited. I'm really thankful. The Lord has just been really good in providing an extra amount of income and ability to kind of like enjoy being at home, but also have a creative outlet through my Etsy shop. It's just been a really big blessing. And so I'm about to hit 500 sales and I want to celebrate. I'm still brainstorming what I want to put in the giveaway, but I think I'm about 50 sales away-ish, 50-ish away sales. So I plan on doing another giveaway when I hit 500. So I'll be gathering some things. It'll probably be things from my Etsy shop, a little bit extra things from either another small business or maybe some resources that I really enjoy as far as motherhood goes. So I'm still brainstorming and figuring out what I want to do. But anyways, I have that giveaway planned for the foreseeable future. It will probably be when, I don't know, it could be soon, it could be at the end of this month, it could be next month, we'll find out. So anyways, all that to say, this morning, hi. So this morning we have a lot to do, and I'm gonna just take you behind the scenes, what it all entails and what everything looks like, and yeah, we'll go from there. I hit kind of a small stopping point. Whenever I have my son Lucas, I am definitely unable to work from like start to finish when it comes to these orders and fulfilling them, just because he has needs, and as a toddler he wants to make sure that mom is present and mom is nearby. And we are entering a little bit of like some independent play, but he got really fussy when I was doing some iPad work, and so I ended up turning on some Bluey just to kind of help him out for a little bit. But I got the vinyls designed and cut and weeded, but I'm going to stop here for a second and then just go play with Lucas and go outside. It's a gorgeous day outside. I think it's going to be mid-70s today, so I think we'll go burn some wiggles out before we have some lunch and nap time. And so we are in this weird regression or separation anxiety with Lucas, and so sometimes I really never know what kind of duration of a nap we're going to get. Sometimes it's 30 minutes and sometimes it's 2.5 hours, and he's just really inconsistent with naps. And it's been definitely a refining moment for me and my motherhood, and relinquishing control, because I'm very much a to-do list person and like to cross off my to-do list. But in motherhood, your priorities dramatically shift, and so things like finishing an order from start to finish is not going to happen on days like today. And so we are going to go outside and go play and have some lunch and get back to these orders hopefully during nap time, but I'll keep you posted as the day progresses. Okay, so I have to show you the reality of what this afternoon has kind of looked like. So Lucas found my mailers, which he finds pretty often, and took them all out. He also has some toys and anything that he can kind of disassemble, he did. He has a puzzle over there, and I have laundry all over the place. So we had a 30-minute nap today. As I mentioned, we're going through a little bit of what feels like a regression or separation anxiety, or even teething. He's even kind of like, not like tugging his ears, but like flicking his ears. But I called the pediatrician, and it was like 50-50% chance of either teething or an ear infection. So even just trying to navigate all of that while getting orders done, this is just the reality of it. And I was hoping to get started. This is laundry from when we hosted my brother and sister-in-law this past weekend. We have these 2 beds that we set up for them and their son, and the sheets are just right there in need of being washed. And I also have laundry in the dryer I need to fold, and really haven't touched any sort of housework. But this is kind of the reality of what my family looks like, with juggling being a mom, and juggling taking care of a home, and juggling an Etsy shop. There's things that I do kind of multitasking wise, and then there's things that get pushed back to bedtime or another day. And so this is just the kind of reality of what it looks like. But in good news, I was able to complete 5 orders. And so I have these 5 orders that I completed. I'm really enjoying this one right here. That's a mix of calligraphy and print. Oh, you want to say hello? Can you say hi? Hi. Who's that? Is that Lucas? Is that you? Okay, so these are my current 5 orders, and this is a really great starting point. I definitely have more to go. So we are going to pack these up and get them off to each of the families, and continue on into dinner prep and everything that this evening has. Here you go. But I'm gonna say, you don't want it no more? Couple? There you go. Enjoy. Okay, so Etsy orders are packed and they have been dropped off. And so we are switching gears. Etsy is going to be pretty much, I think, done for the day. I might work on maybe some calligraphy, like the actual like writing of the tags tonight. But I'm gonna make a hard shift into prepping dinner. And we have a little snack, which these, if you never had these, they're fig bars. They're Nature's Bakery, are so good. We just discovered them this past week grocery shopping. I just randomly picked them up because my sister-in-law's son, so my nephew, really enjoys fig bars, and so I found these and wanted to try them out, and they are going to be a staple in our grocery list now for both Lucas and myself. But anyways, so we're gonna prep dinner now, and thankfully I had planned a very quick and easy dinner. We're gonna have rice and asparagus and salmon, and so we're gonna make that, and I make it as like, the rice is made in a rice cooker and then the salmon and the asparagus are baked together, so it's just a one sheet dinner. So it's perfect for a quick dinner, quick for cleanup, everything. So I think it's gonna be really helpful since we had kind of a multitasking of a day. I just never know. Lucas, as I said before, Lucas only napped for 30 minutes, and so it definitely makes productivity a little bit more difficult in the sense that you're just balancing so many things with making sure he's okay, but also fulfilling orders and thinking of your to-do list. That's always ever growing as a mom, but just making sure that I have like hard cuts. And so I knew at 5 o'clock I was going to do a hard cut, and thankfully it did kind of line up that my orders were packed and ready to go by 5 o'clock, that we could drop off and transition to dinner. So anyways, I'm going to snack on this little fig bar with this little man, and we're gonna prep some dinner. And I think Kaio is on his way home, or will be on his way home in a little bit too, which is always great relief after a short nap, longer type of feeling day.
Doesn't wisdom call out? Doesn't understanding make her voice heard? At the heights overlooking the road, at the crossroads, she takes her stand. Beside the gates leading into the city, at the main entrance, she cries out, "People, I call out to you. My cry is to the children of Adam. Learn to be shrewd, you who are inexperienced. Develop common sense, you who are foolish."
Good morning. It is Tuesday now. Last night, after prepping dinner, my husband took a little bit longer to arrive home. He had some work things that just caught him up, and so we ended up doing we started solo bedtime with Lucas last night, and then my husband arrived right as he was getting ready to go down. So it was a lot of cleaning and catching up, as I think I already said that earlier, but I ended up really just powering through everything. I got the laundry I needed to get done, the dishes, clean the counter, like all the things that I was hoping to do in the day, got through the night. So by the time though I was sitting on our couch just to kind of unwind, I just felt my body just like, okay, you're tired, it's time to go to bed. So we went to bed a little bit earlier. I mean, honestly, it probably was like the usual time that we do sleep, but thankfully Lucas gave us a really nice and easy slow morning this morning, and I also am able to drop him off at his grandma's house today. So he is with grandma today, and so thankfully I get to kind of really focus on productivity today, because a lot of orders came in yesterday as I was prepping even the 5 that I did. So I'm going to be doing a lot of Etsy work this morning, and also an Amazon order came in with some activities that we are going to be taking on our trip to Miami this weekend. So I definitely want to show you what that looks like once I get Etsy kind of in a good and manageable spot. So on my way home though, back home from dropping off Lucas, I got Starbucks and I ordered a grande, and even grandes are pretty big for me, but they gave me a venti. So this is like a massive coffee, which I'm so thankful for. They're like, here, we ended up making it a venti for you. And it just brought me back to like the last time I was getting ventis. I think I was in college. Maybe, yeah, I think I was doing online school and working full time, and I just was downing caffeine. I even craved when I was pregnant with Lucas caffeine, and so I had to be so careful with caffeine intake. I was like doing half decaf, half caffeine, but I just always wanted more, but I purposely cut myself off when I was pregnant. But like, I never drink ventis when pregnant. I drank so many ventis in college. I was very caffeinated and very dehydrated. Like, that was probably what I did most through college and just survived. And now caffeine has no effect on me whatsoever because of that. But anyways, with all that to say, we're gonna start on Etsy. We're gonna get these orders done, and then we'll keep going along. So today should be a really good productive one. Okay, so I got Etsy to a really good productive point, and so I wanted to take a couple minutes to kind of chat about activities and things that you could take on a plane ride or a road trip for your little ones. And so this weekend we're headed to Miami to go see family, and Lucas, this is probably the first flight that hasn't lined up with Lucas's nap time, and he's been on quite a few flights, and so I wanted to make sure I had plenty of activities to keep him busy for the next 2.5 to 3 hours of our flight. And I wanted to share a couple of those things just in case maybe you're looking for items and you also have a little one around the same age as my 20-month-old. And so I wanted to share what we use, things that we have used in the past, and then there's also one thing that we are going to be taking for the very first time. So items that we have used in Lucas Loves are these water wows. So you fill up this pen with water. It comes with these 4 scenes, and the water just kind of brings out, I think it dissolves like this first layer, and it creates kind of like a coloring page. These are really great if you have a little one that's not ready for crayons or markers just quite yet. They keep Lucas really busy, and the great thing about these is they're reusable, and by the time you're done with the first scene, or maybe by the second scene, the first one's already dry and you can reuse it. So we have a pack of 3 for these. They have animals, numbers, alphabet. I think they even have theme. They're all over Amazon. I'll link the ones that we have below, but these are really, really great to use for your little one. Another thing that we also have is this LED light, and it comes with, or like LED tablet, and it comes with an attached stylus. I love that it cannot be lost, and then your little one just kind of like bloop, 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 draws whatever they desire, and then you can reset it with a quick simple button. Lucas really likes this button more than anything. This is really a fun toy to play with. Sometimes I just doodle on it, and then Lucas is always just like pressing the button. But this is a really great also little tablet as well. And then the third thing that we're gonna be taking on our flight and trying out for the very first time for Lucas is stickers. He has shown a huge interest in stickers. So I got these dotted off of Amazon as well, and they come with a ton of stickers, and they're just really simple circles. And then they have these four scenes that you can fill the white portion with stickers. I think this is going to be really great for Lucas in general because he doesn't fully understand the process of like creating a scene. He kind of just, with the stickers that we have tried, he just kind of stacks them on top of each other. And that's exactly what you do with this. And so I think these are going to work out really, really good. But they also do have reusable sticker options if maybe you have an older little, like maybe 3, I think 3 and up, maybe 2. But if you do have somebody who's able to peel them off and create little scenery, I know the Waterwell or Melissa and Doug company has a handful of reusable stickers. We purchased this at Walmart, this massive bluey pad that is full of reusable stickers, and Lucas loves it, but I have to help him peel it off, and he just, as I said before, he just kind of like stacks the stickers on top. So he doesn't fully comprehend quite yet how to use stickers, but these are super simple, and you just kind of boop, 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 and that's it. And so I'm really excited. This will be kind of like a new toy to play with on the plane ride there. I know that a lot of parents recommend that when it comes to travel, kind of like bringing a brand new toy type of experience to kind of create more of a attention taking time frame, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to share that. If you do have littles that color though, there's a ton of coloring pads. I know Target has a ton of, and so does Amazon. Any store probably has those Crayola mess free. If you have a little one that's really good with markers and doesn't put them in their mouth, you can use the Target mess free. They have so many different types of scenes and cartoons. You could definitely use that as an option. Crayola, I believe it is Crayola, also has triangle crayons too. So if you do have a little one that is really good at coloring and enjoys coloring, you at least have these ones that are not round and can fall off the tray table. So that's always a good option as well. So I'll link these all down below where we purchased them, and want to just kind of share that if you also have a little one that is in need of some activities. And I will say though this too, we very much will have Bluey ready to go and downloaded. So if all of these activities fail, we will have my iPad or our phones ready to go with Bluey episodes, because my son is Bluey obsessed at this moment. And so that's always an option, but I always try my best to kind of like, here's something that you can also try to occupy their time while we're traveling elsewhere. So wanted to share that as the day concludes. So from here, I think I'm gonna transition into some housework. It is pretty early time-wise, so I'm really thankful for Lucas being with his grandma because it's just provided so much productivity. I love my son, but even maybe you could tell from yesterday's day that it's just a little bit harder to multitask, and you're trying to accomplish these things with the little one awake, and you're just trying to occupy them as much as possible. So thankfully, I get undistracted time today, and we'll continue the day the rest of this week, or we'll continue the rest of this week prepping and packing for our trip coming up this weekend. So I'm gonna get back to tidying around the house now. Okay, so it's a couple days later and I realized I forgot to close out this vlog, and I wanted to also share maybe a potential mom hack if you've never heard of this before. But it's been a couple days, we're back from Miami and we got so much sun. And I wanted to tell you the results with the stickers and all of the items that I used for Lucas's bag. And so the stickers, I'll insert a clip here, but the stickers were phenomenal. He loved them. They came off super easy and he was able to stick them on wherever he pleased. And so absolutely recommend those stickers if you have a little one who loves playing with stickers. He didn't understand the color coordination and what that looked like, but it's totally fine. It kept him busy for about half of our flight. So I call that a win when it comes to littles. And then I wanted to share, it could potentially be a mom hack, maybe it's not. I feel like I've seen this a little bit around, probably on social media before, but something that we did is I purchased this, and this was like $5 from Walmart, a clipboard. Now I know Crayola kind of creates something really similar to this, but Lucas doesn't do really well with those like markers. He puts them in his mouth still. So I went ahead and got one of these clipboards that have storage on the inside, and I was able to fit not only the stickers, but I was able to fit his LED pad in there just fine. The stickers that he very well much used on our flight, and a couple of bluey coloring sheets and some crayons, and also one of his Water Wow notepads. Now you notice I actually, in order for it to fit in the clipboard, I had to cut across the opening because it wouldn't have fit if I hadn't. So it is a little tight. Let me kind of show you what I'm looking at here. So I had stickers, there's some coloring sheets. I only took like 2 crayons because that's all he needs. The Water Wow little water pencil, his LED pad, and then I placed with the spiral. So there's a spiral on these little Water Wow pads. I faced it down, and so boop, I was able to kind of get it nice, and it is a little snug. So without the Water Wow, like just those activities alone, it fits really well. So this was definitely pushing it when it came to space, but oh, see there, it went totally fine. But I think it's definitely a hack. I think you could totally have this in one place, in the diaper bag or whatever bag you have. You could personalize it with your son or your daughter's names. If you need packs of multiple, you could personalize it so it's like one for each child that you have. So I think Amazon probably has some really good multi-packs if that's what you're looking for. Put their names on it, pick their favorite color, whatever you please. And then we were able to kind of clip the coloring sheets, or we clipped the little cardboard sceneries where he put his stickers. We clipped it on here so they weren't going anywhere. So I love this and want to keep using this moving forward, and just wanted to share. So that was it. But if you made it to the end of this vlog, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. And these next few vlogs are gonna probably be a little bit more Disney heavy, so I'm really excited because we leave for Disneyland in 2 weeks. So all the packing, preparation, all of that is coming next.